Hey there, I'm Desi and I'm the founder of Fashion Insiders. In this video, I will talk to you about organizing a photo shoot. But before I continue, click on the button below and subscribe to our channel. Be the first one to know when we release new videos. Now, if you are in fashion, chances are more likely than not that you've already been involved in a fashion shoot and you know how stressful it can be. And if you're new to fashion, welcome. And watch this video carefully, make some notes, because sooner or later you will be involved in organizing a photo shoot. And unless you really organize and take care of all the little details, it would be one of the most stressful experiences you'll probably have. So when you're organizing a fashion shoot, you will be in charge of many movable parts. And it is really important that you are super well organized. So let's start from the top. First of all, you really need to have a very clear idea of the theme, of how you would like your photo shoot to look like. Most designers have a theme, and even if it's something really simple, they have an idea of how the models will look, how they will be dressed, what the background of the location would be. So it's really important that you think through the feel of your collection, what the clothes will go well with, where the image is going to be used, etc., and plan out for a shoot, for a photo shoot that will be reflective of your vision. Secondly, you need to decide and settle on a photographer who would be the person responsible for taking your pictures. You can contact agencies and hire professionals, or you can use friends. You can contact schools and team up with photographers who are in training, looking to train as professional photographers. No doubt they would need a body of work for their portfolios, and you can strike a great deal and a great collaboration this way. If you're any good at taking pictures, obviously you can take the pictures, but be mindful of the fact that you will have so many other things to take care of that perhaps doing everything and being responsible for taking pictures, it's not the best idea. After a photographer, you need to decide on location. Again, based on the theme of your collection, based on the theme of how you want your pictures to look, etc., you need to find a location. That could be an outside location or an inside location in a studio. If it is a studio, you can have a plain backdrop, or you can set it up. It can be inside a stately home, into someone's apartment. It can be anywhere that you want it to be. And if it is outside, again, you may have to ask for permission, but by and large, any location is a great location as long as it fits with your idea of what you want to achieve. But be mindful of the weather and how the weather will affect your shoot. Would the weather be good on the day? What happens if it is not, etc. You also would need a stylist, someone to help you put the clothes together. Not that you cannot do that, but very often a stylist will see and bring out certain elements of the clothing forward, or style them in a different way with other accessories that will make a bigger impact on a picture. Because the way you see the clothes yourself, the way you have designed them and imagine people wearing them, and the way they appear on a picture is two different things. You really want the photography to be impactful and to serve the purpose of whatever you want that photography for, whether it's to impress buyers and to capture their imagination and want to buy the collection, or for your website, whatever use you want. You also need to be very careful how you select your models. The model is very important because they would appeal to your target audience. They would be the people that would carry the clothes, and embody those clothes potentially, or products, and they would in a way be the salesman of your product. So picking the right models, styling them in the right way is really important in order for the entire image, for the entire picture to be really strong and appealing and convey the message that you want to get to your end user. In order for the models to look great, you also need hair and makeup. And sometimes some models can do that themselves, but very often you need professional stylists, professional hair and makeup stylists to come and give you a hand on the day. They would, through makeup and through styling the hair, again, would be able to add extra elements to your photo shoot and to the end vision of your image. Once you have the location and the details of photographers, stylists, hair and makeup models, etc., that is the bulk of your organization that's taken care of. But what is really important to remember here is that you need to keep track of all of these people, contacts. You need to negotiate fees. If they're free, great, but very often you would have to pay somewhere along the line for any of these professionals. So it is really important that you, if you're signing contracts, that you read the contract really, really well, and you document the agreements. How much are you going to pay them for what? Be mindful of the timings that you agree to. What happens if you photo shoot, outlasts the timings that you have agreed? What is the rate for extra timing, etc. So really pay attention to these details. Have a spreadsheet somewhere, document them, keep track of them, get someone maybe even to help you manage that information, because that is where, at the end of the day, you might end up paying extra or coming into trouble. Very often with photographers, you don't realize, if it is not negotiated up front, that you will not be getting all the images that they take. They might take hundreds of images on the day, but all of a sudden you're only allowed, as part of the price, to only have a few, or sometimes to even have them for a brief period of time. And getting the rights to use that picture, which you rightfully probably think that is yours, to use it indefinitely anywhere you want, would cost extra. So these are really important elements you need to discuss with your photographer in advance, and as part of negotiating the price. Now, once you have organized all of this and the day of the photo shoot arrives, again, being organized is really, really important. This would make the difference between the stress levels, whether you're a little bit stressed or you're crazy stressed. So things you can do to help yourself on the day is organizing the clothes, organizing the models. So each model, you can prepare little cards in advance. So on a A4 sheet of paper, you can take a picture of the model and you can staple it to it, and you can list the clothes that they would be wearing. If you have one model with lots of clothing changes, it's worth, planning the photo shoot, which clothes you will shoot first, which garments or which accessories, whatever it is that you are working with. Make a plan. What would be the first shot, the second, etc., and list it on the model cards. Organize as well garments or whatever you're shooting, organize it together with groups. If you're shooting garments and they come with accessories like shoes, jewelry, bags, as much as possible, try to document it visually as well as pack it together, so that on the day of the shoot, it's so much easier for the model to put the garments, for the stylist to have everything in hand and style them, etc. Because time goes really quickly and time is of the essence. So not wasting time looking for things and realizing perhaps that you've even forgotten something is really, really important. Also, on the day of the shoot, it is really important to have a list of what kind of photography shots you expect your photographer to get. With today's day and age, when we have internet, we have catalogs, we have websites, all of this requires sometimes different images. You may need, for PR purposes, an image of your product on a white background, but for a photo shoot that you will be taking pictures, let's say for your website or for a lookbook, you need them to be beautifully set. And sometimes you need a portrait shot, sometimes you need landscape shots. So all of this, how you're going to use your images, what is the end use, it's really important that it's detailed in advance, that you have it planned out, and that your photographer knows how many landscape shots they have to take, how many portraits, how many product shots, etc. So all of this really needs to be documented, because once the photo shoot is gone, it is too costly to recreate it again just because you forgot a few shots. So that's it, really. When you're organizing a photo shoot, the onus is on you to take care of all the details. You're responsible for the organization. You're responsible for the end success of the photo shoot. So being organized is really your top priority. And getting help, perhaps, to help someone to help you, someone who perhaps is better at organization than you, better at chasing and taking care of the small details, is really important, because, again, the success of the photo shoot depends on you, depends on the planning. If it's not planned out in advance really well, and you have really had the time to think of every single detail and almost over-plan it, chances are there will be high stress levels, which will spill onto the models, into the photography, into everyone, and no one gets best results out of a stressful situation. So I hope this is helpful. If it is, please share this video with other people who may benefit knowing that information. subscribe to our channel, and leave me a comment below. What do you think? Have I missed out anything? Can I add more information? This video also is based on a blog post which we have on our blog, and the link to that blog post where all the information is written will be there for you, so that you perhaps not taking so many notes. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.